Welcome back to another little what I eat in a week, you guys. I am doing, I think this is the last part of my like regrowing my body series kind of thing. I think this is all the footage I have because I think I recorded about 3 weeks of it. And so we started off strong. Also, disclaimer, we started off strong with a delicious blue spirulina smoothie, but disclaimer that I'm just doing this diet in a effort to heal my body a little bit. It's not how I always eat, and everybody is different, so just do what feels good to you. Okay, so we had the blue spirulina smoothie, which was absolutely delicious. I'm obsessed with the color. And then for lunch, we had a little hummus plate with this really, really good kind of salady thing I did on top with tomatoes, cucumbers, sprouts, all the good things. Had some carrots, a little bit of my homemade tofu cream cheese, and some of my buckwheat bread with a little bit of, banana. Oh, so good. So freaking good. And then dinner was some garlic bread with some of the buckwheat as well. And this pasta thing, I made the spicy vodka pasta with gluten-free pasta. And we had friends over and I just didn't record anything. So that's why dinner looks pretty sad. Then I had one of my little coffee, like 5 mushroom kind of coffee drinks, which was really good to start the day. And then I was feeding my little sprouts. And by feeding, I mean you just have to kind of like rinse them, wash them, and then leave them to ferment and kind of sprout. And I made a really good just egg omelet with tomato and my homemade tofu feta, some arugula. As you guys know, I just love the arugula, and some strawberries. And then I snacked on some of these salt and vinegar chickpeas that I make. You guys, literally so good. I would eat like 7 tins of them. I have to just take them away from myself. They're too good. Then I made these little gluten-free bagel bites, some more of my tofu cream cheese, which was so good. I snacked on some cherries, which is always a delicious little treat. And then I was really craving like one of my little maple coffees, but technically I'm not supposed to use maple syrup, so I used agave in it with the coffee, and you know what, it was honestly pretty good. Nothing will beat a maple latte, but it kind of like scratched that itch, if you know what I mean. Then lunch was like a bunch of leftovers. I did the bagel, I had some salad stuff, all that good things, all those good things. I had a little ice cream bar that I made, a homemade ice cream bar, so yummy. Then we had, I don't know what that was, honestly. It's like some kind of pasta thing, but I don't really recognize it, so we'll just pretend it didn't happen. And I also snacked, obviously, just on a little raw carrot there. This smoothie is a tahini nut smoothie, I want to say, like with like almond butter and stuff. It was really, really good. Super creamy. And I mean, if you love tahini, you would love that smoothie. And then I made a little bit of granola, some of this like sugar-free, gluten-free granola, which is really good, but I learned very quickly that if you're gonna add dried fruits to like granola, you should really add them after, because when you're toasting the granola, it gets all like toasty, but then the dried fruit kind of like explodes and gets like really like, it doesn't taste good. So just FYI, add your fruit later. Then lunch was these little buckwheat bagels my mom made, some just egg, of course some more arugula, because who would I be if it wasn't arugula with my lunch, you know? And even though I think there were raisins, were kind of like not very good in the granola, obviously we still ate it because we don't waste stuff around here. Had it with some fresh strawberries. Honestly, God bless the summer fruit. I love summer fruit so much, and I'm gonna miss it so much as we're like heading into fall. It makes me so sad. I love summer fruit. Then I made this Brussels sprout brownie cake thing, and I make a lot of really good things, but I have to admit, this does not hit the mark, because you could really taste the Brussels sprouts, and it wasn't good. It wasn't good, but did we eat most of it? Yeah, I think we almost ate the entire cake, but did I like it? No, I really didn't. Then for dinner, we made this kind of pizza flatbread with chickpea flour as the base, some mushrooms, some like vegan kind of cashew cheese thing. I put some chili flakes. Honestly, really good. As good as a regular pizza? No, but it was honestly kind of hit the spot. It was good. Then I was really craving some pancakes. Like I just needed some pancakes in my life. So I made these banana gluten-free oat ones. And let me tell you, I feel like you could barely tell that they were gluten-free. They're definitely obviously a little flat, but the flavor, the texture, I put some almond butter and some more bananas on one of them, and then I put a little agave on the other. Absolutely splendorupally delicious. Like genuinely made my life. Then look at my little sprouts. They were all done and they were so amazing. Sprouting at home is honestly super easy and way more affordable than buying sprouts at the store. Like buying the sprouts, they're like $10 and you can buy a bag of seeds that will make a million sprouts for you for like $5. Anyways, now we're on to lunch, which was like this like really good kind of like coleslaw, all kinds of veggies cut up in there. I made like an avocado lime kind of sauce, and I had that with some of my homemade chickpea flour chip things that are so good. And then I was really craving potatoes, and we had it with like some of these veggie burgers, but instead of potatoes I used parsnips, which was really good. Then the start of the day was a little matcha latte. It was super cold, I think, this day, so I was really craving something like warm, comforting. But I have to say, I am a cold matcha girl through and through. Like, I drank it, it was pretty good. Look how creamy it is. Oh my gosh, it's so creamy. But I'm just a cold matcha girl. I don't know how else to explain it other than it's just who I am, and I'll stick by it. And then I made cassava flour waffles, which were so good. I made a berry compote thing on top. Oh my gosh, a little just egg on the side. Talk about like the perfect breakfast. And then I made some chickpea tuna salad little sandwich things. And then we had some more veggie burgers, and these ones were rough, guys. These ones were not sticking together, like they were not holding together. But we made these little like lentil bun things, which the bun's absolutely delicious. And you know what? It all tasted good. They were just definitely like a little sticky in the pan. And then my mom made smoothies this day, and I reheated some of the bagel bites, and we had those with a little bit of cream cheese. These were really, really good. And my tofu cream cheese, again, I could just like eat by the vat. It's just so delicious. And then for lunch, it was another big kind of salad. There was olives and bell peppers and all that kind of stuff with like a really nice little vinaigrette dressing. And then I also was craving something like a little more like solid and whole, so I wanted some toast, so I made some avocado toast with mushrooms, had some little date bites, and then I was looking for a snack, and look how big this apple is. This apple is literally huge, like the size of my hand. But I had that with some almond butter, and then I decided to make some tomato feta pasta with my homemade feta and tomatoes, and I made like a big little salad thing, big little salad thing to go on the side. So delicious, so good. I also made some of these like chocolate date bite things that I don't really know how to describe, but chocolate dates, you get the picture, really delicious. And then Sunday was a nice green juice to start the day. I just love, if I could just pay someone to just make me a green juice every single day. I mean, I guess they do that at like the grocery store or other stores, but like in my home, bring me a fresh squeezed juice. I would do it because I just hate cleaning the juicer. But I love a fresh juice. Absolutely amazing. And I had one of the little date bite things again. Look at, there's like a little like cream filling thing I did inside too. Ooh, so good. So like ooey and gooey, if you know what I mean. And then lunch was a nice big kale Caesar salad. Always massage your salad, guys. It just makes it so tender and so good. And crispy chickpeas on like a creamy salad is like my dream meal. It's so good. I could just eat it every day. Probably not, because I don't like to eat things the same every day, but this is one of the things I probably could. Then I had a little date bite, and I made some pistachio butter because we're fancy here. And then dinner was a big hearty soup with another one of the little lentil bread things. So good. Look at that. I added a little bit of like cream to mine because I feel like it needed that like ooey gooey like creaminess to it, because it's just like a little like tomatoey. And that is everything I ate. Thank you guys so much for watching.